Zimbabwe has been an uncomfortable place to live for much of the last 2 decades. Residents of Mavuku, a township east of Harare, know this all too well. Access to running water in their homes has been a dream, and they've had to rely on boreholes, mostly provided by foreign donors.
It's been like this for something like 10 years now. You have to wake up early, around 4 a.m. or 3 a.m. for you to get water. Like you see this queue, you have to wake up early so that you get enough water. It's really painful, and it's really not a good life for us to do so.
Much of Zimbabwe's infrastructure fell into decline during Robert Mugabe's rule, and the former president's failure to deal with corruption and the economy has had a devastating impact on the country's public health sector. It's very difficult to get permission to film inside a hospital here, so I secretly recorded this video on my cell phone. This is one of the biggest hospitals in the country, and it's astonishing to see a facility relying on old equipment. It's largely under-resourced, and its staff are overwhelmed. Medical practitioners often can't administer treatment because of a lack of resources. Dr. Edgar Munatsi tells me it's hard to have to walk away from a patient who can't afford healthcare. A medical bill of $10 can be too much for some Zimbabweans.
It's very much heartbreaking and draining to look at your patients when they're suffering, and sometimes you have to ask them if they do have goats or they're able to sell a cow or so, for them to be able to afford the service that we are providing. And yet this is a public institution. Sometimes you lose so many patients from ailments that are easily treatable.
Zimbabwe was once the breadbasket of Southern Africa, boasting some of the best infrastructure in the region. Today, the vast majority of people here have no jobs, and the country's infrastructure has been crumbling for years. Many of the railway networks are no longer in use. Some roads haven't been serviced in years. With the persistent decline in Zimbabwe's political and economic situation, millions have left the country in search of greener pastures, many of them young and skilled, further impoverishing an already battered nation.